Hello everybody, my name is Trevor, just Trevor, and thank you for tuning in today. Today, I'm going to be giving y'all 5 interesting facts about Mars. I don't know why I did that with my hand, felt like it. Okay guys, let's just jump right in. So, fact number 1. Bam. Rocks on Mars are basalt, so this causes gray sand on Mars. This is something really interesting to think about, so like, we oftentimes see photos of Mars from here, planet Earth, and it always looks very like orange or rusty because that's what's in its atmosphere, rust. So we know it as the red planet, whatever. But on Mars itself, there are actually quite a lot of areas with gray sand, and that's just something really interesting to think about. That for us, when we think of Mars, we think of the red planet. If you lived on Mars, you'd see lots of gray sand everywhere. It's just an interesting thought experiment. So, fact number 2. The northern hemisphere is very smooth, which is funny, opposed to the southern hemisphere, which is rocky highlands. So, as some of you may or may not know, I did a academic competition a couple years back, here's a patch for it, in which I studied Mars and made a giant plan to colonize Mars with some buddies of mine. Shout out to Connell and Eric. So we found out that the northern hemisphere is where you should put a base because it's very smooth, and all the southern hemisphere is rocky highlands, which would be very unpleasant. Also, the trek from north to south is all downhill. Fun fact! This video is just full of facts like that. Fact number 3. Or 3 if you're sign language. Avalanches and dust devils happen on Mars. Now, this is something else that we discovered while researching our project, and it's also very interesting because you don't really think about it that something this simple would happen on Mars, but they do happen, and it's just very interesting because, our perspective of Mars isn't, it's obviously as a planet, but there's all these little things that you don't really think about. Like, avalanches and dust devils happen here, why wouldn't they there? And the dust devils are very apparent on Mars because there's a lot of wind, and it's really cool, like, when they would happen because they'd get lots of gray sand, and they'd be like gray dust devils. It's very cool to think about. Fact number 4. Phobos, which is one of Mars's moons. Mars has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. Phobos is the potato-shaped one. Will crash into Mars in a few million years, right? Yeah, a million years. This is because Phobos has very low gravity, and it's ever so slowly getting closer to Mars. So in a few million years, it will crash into Mars, but interesting thing. Fact number 5, over half of the missions sent to Mars have failed. This is also something that, when you think about it, obviously makes sense. A lot of missions that you send into space fail because there's about a bajillion things that can go wrong, but it's just interesting to think about that, out of all, like, how great and powerful humanity is, we've sent a lot of missions, and half of them have failed. But, and then a little fun fact number 6, I guess. For more information about Mars, if you want more, go check out my friend the Mars Curiosity rover. It's doing work on Mars, so you don't have to. So make sure to go check out the Mars Curiosity rover. All kinds of cool stuff over there. Well, yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I will be coming back with a lot of new content for y'all, so make sure you're subscribed and hit the little notification bell somewhere down here. That way you get notified when I send out videos. Thank y'all, and roll the outro, Jimmy!